Are you a SNAP recipient in Ohio worried about how changes in your income might affect your benefits? Well, you aren't alone. Stay tuned because today we're going to unravel everything you need to know to navigate these waters smoothly, ensuring you stay compliant and totally informed.
Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this. Navigating government benefits can sometimes feel like you're trying to read a completely different language, right? But today, we're going to break down the exact rules, the specific steps, and the best practices for reporting income changes to the Ohio Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. Our main goal here? To empower you to protect your benefits and your family's financial security.
All right, here's a quick look at our roadmap for today's Explainer. 1. What is an income change? 2. Why timely reporting matters. 3. How to report changes. 4. Overcoming common challenges. 5. Staying compliant and informed. And finally, 6. Disclaimers and local resources.
Okay, let's dive straight into Section 1, What is an income change? Understanding the rules of what actually counts.
So, here is a huge sigh of relief for you. Ohio operates primarily on what's called a simplified reporting model. What does that actually mean? Well, it means you don't have to call up your caseworker every single time you pick up an extra shift or earn a few extra bucks. Instead, you only need to proactively report when your total gross monthly income, and remember, that's before taxes, crosses a very specific threshold. For most households, that threshold is 130% of the federal poverty level based on your specific family size. Now, this number does change every year, but it's the critical baseline you always need to watch.
Now, while crossing that 130% federal poverty level is definitely the most common trigger, it isn't the only one. There are a few other mandatory reporting triggers you absolutely must know about. First, if you're classified as an able-bodied adult without dependents, you've got to report if your work hours drop below 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month. But here's a really surprising fact that catches a lot of people off guard. You must also immediately report substantial lottery or gambling winnings. Seriously, if you hit it big at a casino, a racino, or even playing Keno, that instantly impacts your eligibility.
Specifically, that magic number for gambling, it's exactly $4,500. If anyone in your SNAP household wins $4,500 or more in a single game, and yes, that is before taxes or withholdings, you have to report it. This is a hard, strict limit in Ohio. Winning this amount makes a household immediately ineligible for SNAP until they meet the allowable income and resource requirements again.
And this brilliantly illustrates that these aren't just, helpful suggestions from your local office, they are the actual written laws. The official Ohio Administrative Code Rule 5101-4-7-01 clearly outlines these exact reporting requirements for all assistance groups. It's the literal rulebook your caseworkers have to follow.
Moving on to Section 2, Why Timely Reporting Matters. Let's look at the real-world stakes of staying compliant and why this is a necessary protective measure for your family.
If you take away just one thing today, let it be this number, 10. When a mandatory change happens, you have exactly 10 days following the end of the month in which the change first occurred to report it. Let me repeat that because it's tricky. 10 days following the end of the month. So if you get a massive raise on October 15th that puts you over the limit, you have until November 10th to report it.
The contrast between following this rule and ignoring it is completely stark. Accurate and timely reporting maintains your peace of mind and ensures you're getting exactly the correct benefit amounts you're entitled to. But failure to report? That can lead to administrative overpayments, meaning the state will literally demand you pay that money back. Worse, your benefits could be completely terminated. And if it's found that someone knowingly provided false information to double dip or defraud the system, they face a massive 10-year disqualification period from the program. No one wants that.
All right, Section 3, How to Report Changes. Here is your step-by-step playbook for getting this done easily. The absolute fastest way to report a change is digitally. Step 1, gather your proof. You'll need documents like recent pay stubs or an official letter from your employer. Step 2, log into the Ohio Benefits self-service portal. Step 3, navigate to report a change. Select Change in Income and hit Submit. The brilliant part about this portal is that you don't even need a scanner. You can literally just upload high-resolution photos of your documents right from your smartphone. But hey, what if you aren't super tech-savvy or just don't have reliable internet? You have options. You can call the Ohio Benefits line directly. You can fill out JFS Form 04196 and mail or fax it in. You can always walk into your local county Job and Family Services office in person. And actually, here's a really cool new feature. If you opt into state text alerts, you might get a text from 1-844-640-0266.
If you reply yes, they'll text you a secure link valid for 15 minutes that lets you answer prompts and upload documents via your phone's camera. No portal login required. How easy is that?
Section 4. Overcoming common challenges. Let's talk about navigating that tricky interim report. Enter the SNAP Assistance Interim Report. Because Ohio uses simplified reporting, they don't bother you every single month. Instead, they do a mandatory midpoint check-in. If you're approved for SNAP for a 12-month period, this form is going to show up in your mailbox right around month 6. If you're approved for 24 months, it shows up at month 12.
So the crucial point here is this: you absolutely must return this form, even if absolutely nothing in your life has changed. A lot of people just throw it away thinking, well, my income's the same, so I don't need to do anything. That is the fastest way to get your benefits shut off. Here's a quirky administrative rule you've got to remember. If you leave a section on this form blank, legally the state counts that as you actively declaring, I have no changes. But the form itself, it still has to be signed and submitted.
Section 5. Staying compliant and informed. Let's look at some best practices to help you smoothly navigate any updates the state might throw at you. Here is your daily compliance checklist. Number 1. Ensure your mailing address is completely up to date. Missing a piece of mail, like that interim report we just talked about, is the #1 reason people accidentally lose their benefits. Read every piece of mail the state sends you carefully. Periodically log into the self-service portal just to check for digital notices. And please, always keep a folder with your recent pay stubs and major expense receipts nicely organized.
And here's something really important. Reporting isn't just about avoiding trouble. The system is designed to help you. You absolutely can and should report changes that might increase your benefits. If your income suddenly drops, if someone new moves into your home like a new baby, or if your rent or childcare expenses go up, report it. You might legally qualify for more help buying food for your family.
Let's move to Section 6. Disclaimers and local resources. Where to go when you need some personalized help. If you ever get stuck, maybe you're locked out of the online portal or a form just doesn't make any sense, you can always call SNAP Outreach Support. Major organizations like the Free Store Food Bank in Cincinnati, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, the Mid-Ohio Food Collective in Columbus, and the Toledo Northwestern Ohio Food Bank have dedicated free staff. Their entire job is to help you fill out these forms and navigate the state system. Give them a call.
As we wrap up today, I do need to share this quick disclaimer. This explainer is designed to give you a really strong general understanding of the rules. However, federal and state laws and those federal poverty level numbers we discussed earlier are updated annually to account for inflation. Because every household situation is completely unique, you should always check with your local county job and family services office or a certified benefits counselor for the most current information regarding your specific case.
I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought. Think about your current situation. Are your SNAP contact details completely up to date in the Ohio Benefits Portal right now? If you aren't 100% sure, I highly encourage you to log in today, take 5 minutes to verify your info, and protect your peace of mind. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.